say never meet your idols, but why the fuck not? Wouldn't you want to know if they're a dick? You know, or are they amazing? You know, would you like to? So
wow,
like, why are you scared?
I love your answers.
Why are you scared?
Wow. Dude, I really wish I had your attitude. Hey guys, Gina with Sidewalk Talk. Today I'm with Whipped Cream.
Hey guys. Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What have you been up to?
Not too much. I just woke up a couple hours ago, and now you're here.
The post EDC.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the dog. Okay.
Oh, it's got a home.
Okay, it's got a
another
home.
one.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Okay, good.
cutie pie.
That's good. That's good.
He's got wearing a little neck brace.
How was EDC?
It was good. I played at the Cosmic Meadows stage, and it's funny because like a couple years ago we saw Post Malone play there, and I'm like, I'm gonna play that stage next time.
And look at you. Out of all of the festivals you've played, what's like your favorite festival that you've played so far?
Man, they're all honestly like equally as
amazing.
Yeah, they all feel good to me when I get to go perform. I could literally like play on the corner, you know, to 40 people or like 4,000 or 40,000. It still like feels good to do what I do. I think one of my most memorable experiences was like at Lollapalooza in Chicago. I think it's cool because it's like in the middle of the city, and I haven't seen something like that.
It's beautiful. We're gonna start the Q&A
Okay.
with what we usually end our interviews with.
Okay.
And it's, what do you want to be remembered for?
I would love to be remembered for turning the light bulb on, or being somewhat a part of turning the light bulb on. Others to go after like what they love to do, or work on their inner selves to kind of gravitate towards their highest self and do the work so that they can enjoy life to the fullest. I think that's what I'd like to be remembered for, is kind of changing the way people think through what I do, which is music.
Yeah, that's kind of exactly what you said the last interview.
Really? No way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say, do you remember what you said in 2017?
No,
Our last interview.
Yeah.
You literally said the same exact thing, pretty much.
You
want to be remembered for being real.
Okay.
I remember for being real, and I want to be remembered for changing minds.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really want to be remembered. I want people, when I'm dead and gone, when they turn music on, watch a video or whatever, it's just like it inspires them to go follow something they love and not to take no for an answer, because I'm a girl in a male-dominant industry and I'm doing it and I'm gonna do it. Dude, like,
oh my god, I was so feisty.
Yeah,
I've relaxed a bit. I'm more chill now. It's like, it doesn't have to be this battle just because I'm a girl, you know?
You're killing it.
Thanks.
You're absolutely
That's
killing
hilarious.
It. All right.
Just tapping in. Okay.
Okay. What's your favorite food?
Do I look at you with the camera like, hi, I like food? Okay. My favorite food is chicken Caesar salad.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Is chicken Caesar salad?
Yeah. I like it because it's somewhat healthy, even though the dressing's like 1,000,000 calories, but it's got protein, and it's got some fiber and some water, and it's got salt, and it's so yummy, and I could eat it for breakfast or dinner or lunch. I don't know, like I like all kinds of food. That's like a tough question. Like I love like eating just like raw oysters, and like I love like steak, and I love, you know, like I don't know, I like everything.
Do you take time off after or before your set to explore the venues and festivals you go to?
I usually take a day or two before the festival to explore the city. The venue, I'll probably show up a little bit before to check out the venue.
What are some of your favorite nightclubs?
Oh, that's a good question. So I'm about to not name any in general, because I think, again, it's the same answer that I'd give you for festivals. They're all equally every time I get to play. It's just about bringing your energy and people bringing their energy. So I don't have an answer.
What was one of the hardest tricks or routines you had to learn back when you were an ice skater?
Probably to learn. Yeah. You guys, look at his dogs.
Look at that. Look at that.
So cute.
My dog would just like run around.
The hardest thing with skating wasn't necessarily like a trick per se. It was more like learning how to be really persistent in something, and like you literally like on days would just go to the rink and like just like fall like a million times.
Oh
and
my
you
God,
have to
I don't know how you do that.
I know.
That's so scary.
Yeah.
I can't even ice skate.
I mean, it's like riding a bike. Once you do it, it just feels natural.
Yeah.
But I think that was the biggest thing. The hardest thing was, you know, on days you didn't necessarily even want to be there, and you're just like falling on the ice. You have to tell yourself to just like get up and train your mind to get in the game. So I think that was something that was hard for me to learn, but I'm glad I went through it. Excuse me.
Early DJ career, how did you get gigs?
My first gig ever, I just walked into a club in Nanaimo where I lived. There's like 80,000 people. It's like a little island in Canada. And I was just like, hey, like, this DJ, like DJ Lazy Rich was playing, and I didn't really know anything about anything, but I walked in, I'm like, hey, I'm a DJ, like, you should book me to open. And then they ended up booking me.
Wow, look at you, you're like a go-getter.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Wow.
I don't know if I was a go-getter or just didn't know how anything worked.
And they're just like, yeah?
Pretty much, yeah. Like,
wow,
they said, not really. They weren't like, okay, sure. It was more like I waited a couple days, and then he ended up getting back to me on Facebook and was like, hey, like, if you're actually serious and you've actually DJ'd before, like, well, for sure, you can have this slot, you know? This was like a long time ago.
Oh, wow.
And so I went in and played, and that was really funny.
Wow.
But yeah, that's kind of how I started, like, my first show ever. But then after that, it was more so putting out edits on SoundCloud of just like rap songs, and I made little like Jersey Club and Philly Club edits. That's kind of how I learned. And then people started finding my music on SoundCloud, and then I would start getting booked in Canada, and that's kind of how I started touring Canada.
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
Oh, wow. Who is the smartest person to ever live?
Wow.
Someone just asked that. Like,
okay.
I don't know. I wouldn't even know how to answer.
The person that asked that question. That's my answer.
3 words to describe yourself.
Wait, yes. The girls are walking. We're getting the workout.
Oh, yeah.
Here. Okay.
Dude, you have like the nicest butt I've ever seen in my entire life.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. You gotta go on Instagram to look at that. Thank you. It's from skating, and because big booties running
Do
my
you like
family.
work out often?
No, I don't. No,
Dude.
I don't.
What? I don't work out either. My butt little like that.
Well, on YouTube, there's like a 10-minute booty workout that I'll do like once every like 2 weeks. But like straight up, I do not really work out. I like hike. I'm very active.
Okay, well, okay, that makes sense.
But like I'm not like going to the gym because I haven't made time. Like I think it's very crucial to do physical activity every day to create and have the mind going and serotonin.
Of course.
But I don't just walk into like a gym usually unless it's like winter and it's raining and stuff. But what was the question? I'm sorry, you asked something about me, and then we talked about my ass. Number 1, my ass. And that's it, right?
But 3 words to describe yourself.
Okay. Passionate, number 1. Caring to a fault.
Aww.
And open.
Aww.
Yeah.
I love that.
And I say open because I've changed so much throughout my life, just in the evolution of myself. And I think that would be a huge thing, is just being open to life and being able to form into your new self as your life experience continues.
Right.
So yeah, I would say those 3: passionate, open,
Caring.
and caring.
Do you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert?
think I'm a happy medium.
Introvert?
What's the definition of that? Like just being both?
So like what gives you, like what recharges you? Do you like when you're
Definitely not. Definitely
around people or not around?
Definitely not. Definitely
Okay,
not.
so introvert.
Yeah, I think so. You know, like in large crowds, like let's say I'm out and about, you know, wherever. Yeah, that's definitely not like my idea of like relaxing.
Yeah, and, like recharging.
Yeah, definitely not. I would definitely like to be like out in nature. I spend a lot of time on my computer. Like my happy place, without a doubt, no questions asked, is when I'm behind a computer making music.
Aww.
Period. And I love performing too. So, and I love meeting people. I do really love meeting my fans. They're literally everything to me. So yeah, but I think I'm a happy medium.
How do you think you've grown as a person since you first started? You've been in the music industry for a minute.
Yeah, definitely. I've been here. I think I have completely 100 million% evolved into a beautiful human being, no ego attached. It has shaped me to be patient. It has shaped me to be absolutely persistent without a doubt. It has shaped me to be more understanding, to lose my ego completely. Ego's smashed and burned. It's something that I had to lose a long time ago to carry and build where I'm at right now. It made me learn to not care what anyone thinks of me, and completely work from my soul. And so I think before, when I started, I would really care what people thought of me, or like, you know, you'd read a negative whatever about my appearance, not really ever about my music, which was funny, but it was whatever. He said, she said, blah, blah, blah. And I remember that really got me the first couple years of my career. But now you fast forward and it's just like everything goes like this, and I'm just like, just keep going. And it's just like making that knowing that you're divinely protected. I think, which I've learned, everyone is divinely protected, but it's about doing the work to know that, I think. So yeah, following this has completely made me evolve into a calm,
beautiful human being.
Yeah, I guess so.
Inside and out. I'm a huge what do people think of me type of person.
Yeah.
Then that always gets to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. I completely get it.
I don't know how you do it.
So
it's literally impossible, I feel like.
I will tell you how I did it. So it was me making some mistakes and, you know, listening to too many people and trusting too many people when I was ignoring my inner self. You know what you want. Deep down, when you sit down and the lights are off, you have no one around you. You know what you truly are good at and what you want. Yeah. So as long as you can try to silence everything else and follow that without being scared and knowing it's for you, then you don't have anything to worry about.
That's the hardest part. Like thinking about what others, that's just like always in your head.
And guess what? No one else knows what they're doing. And if I had rewinded it and told my younger self one thing, it would be, yeah, keep one ear open and listen to what others are trying to tell you, but also just know, Caroline, you're here to give something. It doesn't really matter what these people say, think, or do. And that's the same for you. Like I would suggest meditation and being grateful for what you do have, because you can manifest more things. Life will feel magical when you do that.
Wow.
It's like a prayer, but for like yourself.
Man,
yeah.
So much wisdom.
Oh, thanks.
Wise. Biggest lesson you learned in the music industry?
To trust myself. Yeah, like there's just careful. Don't let too many chefs in your kitchen. Yeah. People think they know what's best for you, but you know what's best for you. And that's period. That's it. That's effing it.
When did you learn, like at what point in your career were you like, this is like, I like, did something just switch into your mind?
Yeah. Like right after I got out of my label deal last year, I got out of my deal with Atlantic Records. And I was like, oh shit, freedom. And this is how it's supposed to feel. It's supposed to be happy every day.
Yeah, like Halsey can't release a track because the record label says they need to make a fake TikTok moment.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, well,
like
you know what? Everything
everything
is numbers, you know? Yeah. And I enjoyed my time with Atlantic. I met a lot of great people. I don't really have anything negative to say.
Yeah.
And who knows?
Yeah.
you know, who knows, it could come full circle. I could definitely be back in the future under another project or whatever. But I'm just saying, at this time in my life, it took me like feeling a little bit trapped and suffocated with what I actually wanted to do. And now I'm just feeling good. And that's kind of last year. I just was like, hey, I'm gonna start saying no more to everything unless I really think it's aligning with my high self and what I'm here to do, which is create genre bending experience and open up even artists' minds to something different, hopefully, you know, with my sound.
Yeah. What piece of advice would you give your younger self?
To trust myself and that I know the answer. And if I don't know the answer, don't worry, because it's gonna come to me. Literally. And that is on period. You're gonna look for. Don't ever go chasing too hard. That's all I have to say. Don't go chasing too hard. Go ahead and learn and read books and listen to podcasts and go meet people and ask questions and go meet your idols. Do all of that. I know they say never meet your idols, but why the fuck not? Wouldn't you want to know if they're a dick? You know, or are they amazing? You know, would you like to? So, like, why are you scared?
I love your answers.
Why are you scared?
Wow. Dude, I really wish I had your attitude.
You can have it. Here.
No, I can't.
You will.
I
After
really.
this.
Damn.
Well, that's why I'm here.
You have like a confidence energy.
Thank
you know
you.
what I mean? Like that's like where I'm trying to go.
Okay, well, we're gonna get you. You're gonna get yourself there, and you know how you're gonna do it is just by doing what you love to do. Because when you love something so much, and you do sacrifice. So say you work 4 jobs to do what you love to do just to finance it, like I did when I figure skated. I love skating so much that even though I was working at a carpentry store selling 2x4s to pay for my skating, I still knew that throughout that I would be learning skills for my life. So if you just take everything as a learning experience, like a sponge, and instead of feeling like, oh, like, you know, like, okay, let's say you want to work on your you know, your confidence or whatever it is, just know everyone is insecure too. Like, at the end of the day, like, we all have insecurities, and it's just about what we're telling ourselves. Like, you see this little kid on the street eating his ice cream. He does not care what anyone thinks about himself. He loves his ice cream.
Yeah.
And hi.
Hello. That
And
looks delicious.
It does look good.
I'm so jealous.
He does, like, you know, like, he's like in his element, enjoying the sunshine and just like not thinking about anything. Okay, he's thinking about life and just living in the moment. And the quicker you can just, I'd say my biggest piece of advice is meditation, because when you go and meditate and you'd be like, oh my god, I have lungs, oh my god, I have eyes, I have effing hands, I'm literally here, look at this fucking tree. Like, just going and being grateful will naturally guide you in life, I swear.
Is meditation like one of the biggest things that you do? Do you do that every day?
I don't do it every day. I should. I think everyone should do it.
Is there some, like, a specific, is there an app that you use, or you just like
there's an app called
silence?
No, I think it's crucial. I mean, especially if you're just starting out, or even like me, who's been doing it for 5, 6, 7 years now. I do follow a guided meditation, and when I do it, I'll do about 10 or 20 minutes, and pretty much you're just putting the headphones on and listening to someone talk to you about whatever they're gonna guide you through it. And you know, it's almost like prayer. It really is, but for the self. They say that your mind is always wandering, and the best thing you can do to naturally attract is to silence the mind and let life flow. So if you have a million things going on, you're not sleeping properly, you're going out all the time to try to do the void, and I gotta go meet this person, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, you don't. You need to go sit with yourself. That's the answer, is once you fix all these broken, weird things inside, which we're not all broken, I'm just saying that there's things that if we just internally work on, then everything else is gonna work out. I hope. I think so. I could be wrong.
Wow, I feel like you should have a podcast and just talk and like have like each chapter be like a life lessons. Lessons by whipped cream.
Well, I feel like maybe one day that could be a thing.
Yeah, seriously. You have like really good advice.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I think everyone's story is different too, right? Other people have a different way of living, and I think it's no one's right or wrong. I don't think that I'm right and know everything. My perception of everything could change tomorrow.
Yeah.
But this is where I'm at right now.
Were you popular in school?
So from when I was a little girl till about grade 5, I was the center of everything. Just like the star of school, the star of home, the star of everything. I had this aura, this light full of life. But not like had a lot of friends, blah blah blah. This was back in Toronto, and then in grade 5 we moved across the country to BC and didn't know anyone and got into the school and got bullied. So that's when everything started changing for me, and when I started getting insecurities and all this trauma and things I carry still to this day as a young adult.
How dare you?
It's funny because if I went back and told myself when I moved to that school in British Columbia, if I could go and tell myself as a parent before I walked into that freaking classroom when those kids just looked at me like I was an alien, we said, yeah, girl, you are an alien. You don't fit in anywhere. And that's okay. Like, you're dope and you're about to go do crazy things in 10 years. Like, instead of feeling like, oh my God, I'm ugly, I don't fit in here, I'm gonna go eat in the bathroom or like eat alone or like whatever and hide, and I have to pretend like I'm this and that. It's like, fuck no you don't, Caroline. You got shit's about to go down, girl. Just embrace this moment. That's what I would have told myself. But so yeah, from like grade 5 to like grade 12, I wasn't really ever popular. Definitely did not fit in with the popular girls in high school. I found them they weren't even popular. That's the funny thing. But people had this thing about them because they were superior and like kind of really effing rude. And I just didn't. I think that everyone liked me. I was a likable person because I didn't challenge anyone. Where I do now, I challenge everyone by doing what I love. I piss people off. So back in high school, I just kind of coasted, and everyone's like, "Ah, you're the funny, cute girl." I wouldn't consider myself popular. So yeah, not. But when I was a young kid, when I was truly Caroline, and I'm getting back to her now, yeah, I wouldn't even say popular, just glowing and attracting. And I feel like I'm back at that now. I've done the work to get back to my younger self.
Look at you. What is the key to happiness?
The key to happiness, it's being grateful. It's being grateful. It's naturally okay to be sad and mad and jealous. It's not a good quality. It's not a good quality to be jealous. All of these feelings are okay to have, but you must let them pass. You must not hold on to them and claim your life as nothing ever works out. I'm the victim of this, blah, blah, blah. It's the moment you can kind of do the internal work, and it does go back to meditation, knowing that you have everything within you, and once you decide you're happy in any situation, rain or shine, life or death, like beauty, ugly, wherever you are, this is who you are, then you will manifest more. I think so.
Biggest inspiration musically and personally?
Active Child and Kanye, 100%. Just because especially Kanye now, like musically and art, his mind, everything.
Mind is just another level.
Yeah, it is. It really is. It really, really is. And I really admire how he thinks and how he works. There's certain things that I don't admire, and I don't. That's all I'll comment on. But there's a lot of things I do, and he's definitely one of my biggest inspirations as an artist. Yeah. And then personally, it would probably be my dad.
Aww. Do you feel that you have a healthy relationship with social media?
Yeah, I do, definitely. 100%. It's how you use it, Yeah, it'd be great to turn it all off, right? But guess what? It's like a part of my duty here to, I believe, share what's going on, good or bad, to show people. How else are they going to see it, right? So I can't be like social media, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, everything with, what do they say? Everything, when you can eat everything, but it's only a little bit. Everything in whatever that word is. Moderation. Social media moderation is great.
What's your go-to song? Like, do you have that one song that you'll never get sick of ever since childhood?
Yeah, definitely. Well, not ever since childhood. Came out a couple years ago, but that's tough because there's so many that I would just put on at
Or
any
an
time.
artist that you put on.
Active Child, again, I'll mention is Active Child, and I am an avid Frank Ocean listener. James Blake, Kanye, Tyler, huge Tyler listener still, all the older shit and newer shit. Florence and the Machine, but I think my go-to song is Active Child, and the song is called Hanging On.
How often do you work on music production, producing music?
Yeah, if I'm home, I'm working. So, yeah, even before you came here, I was just setting up my speakers so that I can get some hours in tonight.
Oh, wow.
Before I head to Hawaii.
Wow.
Yeah, it's definitely 100% a full-blown addiction and obsession. So it's getting my fix to just get some hours in, and 3 hours is never enough. This is why I like to take breaks in between touring to just work on music, and it takes me a week to get really into that creative thing, and just grumbling it out. Yeah, I try to produce every day, but with touring,
yeah,
it is more so just whenever I'm home. Yeah.
What's your favorite plugin?
So I am, and I swear to it till the day I die, built-in Ableton plugins, and that's really it.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying recently.
Really?
The free plugin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I just got that.
I always thought I was the only one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who said that? Yasmin from Cruella.
Okay.
She just said that, and I was like, oh, I didn't even realize that they were just free plugins.
Ableton is really amazing for especially electronic music production.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably learn a bit of FL to make beats in, because I like the sound. I like how when you export it, it just gives it this dope sound in FL. It's different. So I'm gonna start learning FL a bit to make hip hop beats more in. But right now, I guess my favorite plugin I use on everything is the amp plugin that's built into Ableton. And essentially, it's just this guitar amp thing that you can manipulate audio samples to sound crunchy and weird, dark, higher pitch, lower frequency, whatever. It's sick. And I do use that's how I make a lot of my sounds with that.
What's the best piece of music production advice that you've received? Is there something where you're damn, that just changed everything for me?
Yeah.
Or when you're cleaning up vocals, or if something's too
I
muddy.
don't really clean up vocals. I actually have an engineer that I have work for me when I record vocals. I let an audio engineer do that professionally.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll just produce. So I don't really know much about recording vocals or editing vocals, but I will say that the one thing that I learned through the hundreds of sessions I've had with a lot more skilled producers and writers and etc. is it's really not about how you make music, it's about what's coming out. I think that's the number one thing that anyone should think while they're making it, because a lot of people are not so open-minded, and I have been in rooms with people that are extremely school driven, technically talented, whatever, and it's just interesting because there can be someone with no music theory and not really even know how to use Ableton and can make a better song than someone that's went to school for 20 years. It's about what's in your heart and the feeling you're about to give. So I think that's the biggest piece of advice that I've instilled in myself through sessions with others. No one's more talented than the other people just because they might have theory. It doesn't mean that they're, well, you know what, half the time they are more musically trained than me. I don't really think I'm the best producer. I just think that I have a great effing ear.
What's your most watched movie?
I liked the Sicario movies, but mostly because of the soundtrack. I'm going to really be mad at myself because I can't think right now on what movie, but I will write it in the comments of the video.
Okay, cool.
And such.
Your biggest fear?
My parents passing away, probably.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Aw.
that'd be pretty sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like the joys of my life.
But
for sure.
yeah. Wow. I've never gotten that answer. But then I heard it, and then now I'm sad. That makes me really sad. Oh. Did you have any jobs before whipped cream?
Did I have any jobs?
Yeah, you had like
Yeah.
like you had that the construction
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, I had a lot of jobs.
What was your worst job that you've ever had?
Okay, that's a great question. It's payback time. Let me think.
The worst job. What jobs did you have?
Oh my gosh, so many. I'll just start from the top. My first job was a smoothie girl.
At where?
Booster Juice in
Booster?
Canada. I don't know if they have them in LA, but they're like a little smoothie.
I was gonna say if it was Jamba Juice, I'm very jealous.
It was pretty fire. Definitely like free smoothies all the time. Was so dope. That job actually wasn't too bad. I didn't hate it at all. I actually enjoyed it. I worked at this coffee shop at an ice rink. That was okay. I worked at clothing stores, retail. That was awful. Absolutely.
Oh my god, it's horrible.
My manager was not cool
the
either.
worst.
Yeah, like
They're all the
dude,
worst.
you like yeah.
All retail.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Yeah, it was not cool.
Which retail stores? Are you gonna
It
say
was
house?
at a clothing store in Canada.
Oh, okay.
For like teen girls. And then what else did I have? I did I worked as a I was like 16 or 17. I was not legal, and I worked as like a bartender at this restaurant. That was
Oh.
also really not chill, probably for being my age. And then another thing I did was, I worked at Rona, which was like a lump. I don't even know. It's like a home hardware, Home Depot. And then I worked at a phone. I had so many jobs actually.
Dude, you've had so many jobs.
Yeah, I've
Do you have
been
more?
I worked at a call center. That was my
Uh-huh.
last job I ever had. I worked
call
as
center.
a and then I worked at another clothing store downtown. I actually liked this store that I worked. Shout out Lucid in Nanaimo. That was a great job. I enjoyed that thoroughly. Really nice guy. Great boss. He was awesome. That was the one job I actually liked. And then another job I did right before I quit and pursued music was I was a phone agent for a phone company, and my job was to save customers from leaving. And that's where I learned
Patience.
not even patience. It was where I learned that there are big companies that do not give a flying fuck about you, and they will tell you what you want to hear just to make money. And that's when I knew I had to, I couldn't do it. It was awful job.
Yeah.
Awful job.
Wow.
So yeah, those were all the jobs, and I learned a lot. I think I had to take a lot of jobs to pay for my skating. So yeah, that's why I worked so many jobs.
Wow. If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
To know someone's true intention the first time I meet them. I think that would be the biggest thing. I know that's a part of life, is learning people and how they're gonna act for you. But I've just been, I've overly chosen to protect myself at this time. I know I said I'm open, and I am, but I'm also do have walls up with letting people in personally.
Yeah.
I've been hurt a lot by others. So I think what would help for me is just when I meet someone and they tell me something that's either true or not, I wish I would just know their true intention. For sure, that would help.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll get there though. I think if I do more inner work, I can figure people out better. Trust people more. I gotta do that work to trust people.
This kid's probably like,
It's your best friends. Yeah. Teach me how to Dougie.
hello. What are top 3 goals on your bucket list right now?
I'd like to put out a project in the next 7 months.
Like a new project?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, thanks. But
Could
I
you
want
say anything about it or no?
I'm gonna tie it into something that's never been done before, and I think I would change a lot of things with it.
Well, I'm excited.
Hopefully, that would be number one. So bucket list things. Well, I mean, I'd like to have a couple Grammys in the next decade for sure. Although that's superficial of me to say.
No, I can totally see it happening.
Thanks. Thirdly, I think it would be also to get. The third thing would be. This is a personal thing and nothing to do with my career. It's have people around me that I can fully trust. And I think romantically too. I haven't yet to fully been with someone that I trusted, and it's not like the people around me right now, it's not like I don't trust them right now, but I think I've just been like, again, hurt pretty bad.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like, you know, in the next decade I'd like to get to a place where I'm like, damn, like these people around me I trust.
Wow.
That would be the third thing. Maybe the number one thing for me is to have that around me.
Best piece of advice you've ever received?
Ooh.
Actually, I just want your advice. You know, at this point, it's like, yeah, you have the best advice
Oh my God,
for yourself.
you're
So,
hilarious.
yeah, best advice.
I think a couple of things I've heard and learned. One, was from my dad when I was a kid. Like one thing he instilled in like me and my little sister was like this quote, and it's like really silly and cute, but it's like, if it's got to be, it's up to me. And that was one thing, like when things weren't working out, like he would tell us as a kid, hey, like if you're gonna make it happen, there's no one gonna do it for you, you're gonna have to do it. So if it's got to be, it's up to me. It was something that he like would tell us.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that was like
You had
one.
such a good support system.
Yeah,
seems
he's. I mean, I've been so lucky to have the parents I've been given in this body, in this life.
Yeah.
And I hope that one day I'm half as good as a parent as my dad and my mom were to me. But yeah, I mean, fast forward like now, like some new age advice, I guess, would be like, sometimes like, I mean, I've watched interviews of Joe Dispenza, who's like I believe like a psychologist, some point of the human mind. He just kind of says like, you gotta kind of rewire your personality, and know that those things that you think you are, you can actually rewire to change your whole perception, which would change your whole reality. What you see right now is a projection of what you are. So I think what I learned through, you know, reading his books and listening to his interviews was that you're accountable for everything you have right now. So if you want more, then you got to do that inner work to get more. And it's not about more. It's not about the superficial thing. It's again, it's an inner job. So you get that right, then other things formulate. And life continues to test you. Life is unfair. There's no judge in life to say that you're going to be here tomorrow. So as long as you keep that in your mind, it's a crazy bitch life. Like it's crazy, but it's also really beautiful. And magical things happen in this lifetime, and you only have one life here as you. So I think he said, just like remember that the more work you can do on yourself now, the better you're going to enjoy this period.
Last one. What's next for whipped cream?
I am going to go home to Vancouver next week. I'm going to go make some music for the next couple months. In between touring, I have Alaska, I have Tomorrowland, which is in Germany, and Lollapalooza in Chicago, a couple dates in Canada, Stampede, Vancouver, Victoria, New York.
Wow.
But right now it's just about making music at home. That's the first thing I'm going to do when I get back to Vancouver.
Yeah. Caroline, thank you so much for doing this interview.
You're welcome.
It was really nice meeting you.
You too. Likewise.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Bye.
Bye.
Aw, thank you.